Hey guys, and welcome back to Sunshine. We've been chasing shines for the past couple parts, but now it's time to dive headlong back into the plot.
Very nice, mate. I have taught you well. Now, it is really weird, the story in this game. Apart from the fact that it's shit, it's paced really poorly as well. I mean, oh Tom, you're criticising the story in a Mario game, but, I have rights and I will use them where applicable. It's just in clumps, for the most part. We had the cutscenes at the beginning, we're going to have a random cutscene now. Why now, of all times, they wanted to just include, a plot twist, and yes, it will be a plot twist, as we'll see, is beyond me.
Well, to be fair, the entrance to Pinna Park opens at 10 Shine Sprites, I think, as long as you've gone to Bianco Hills, Rico Harbor, and Gelato Beach before now. So, the amount of time that it took us to get here is just kind of based on the fact I wanted consistency with the levels that we were doing.
That's right, you run away to that static image in the background.
Childhood ruined.
Damn you, Spar!
As I said, it is my job.
So what can we expect from Pinna Park / Island?
Well, Pinna Park's pretty cool because there's two different areas on it. There's the outer area, which has a beach with a couple of missions there, and there's the inside area, which has this pretty big amusement park, and it's pretty cool. There's 5 different attractions there. Most of them are kind of not important, but the big one, as we'll see in this episode, is the roller coaster.
Neat. It kind of comes off as a bit Banjo-Tooie-esque, and what I mean by that is Banjo-Tooie had a lot of on-rails mini-games, which just kind of remind me of this boss section, not to give anything away for this. When did Mario Sunshine even come out? 2002?
Yeah, I think it was 2002. So we're looking at 11-year-old game.
Damn, man. Now, you might think this is just your bog standard chase Shadow Mario, spray him with water mission, but 1, I don't think you can even touch him here, and 2, cutscene.
Yeah, you're right. Spraying Shadow Mario back there doesn't actually do anything. He is entirely invincible.
Spar, what's going on?
Oh, didn't you know? Shadow Mario's Moses.
It's me, a Moses-yo. Is Thunderbird 1 coming out of the pool or something? Oh, okay, that's not Thunderbird 1, because Thunderbird 1 was blue. Well, bluish-grey, but still.
It's weird to think, and I never really paid attention, but since FLUDD is on Mario's back, he can't actually see anything that Mario sees.
Doesn't he have radars or something? Do you really need to build eyes into your flash liquidizing ultra dowsing device?
That's a good point, which brings up the question, does FLUDD actually see, or does he just actually sense with radar?
Wow, that looked really out of place.
Yeah, the fire has always looked bad. It's way too realistic for this kind of art style.
I love this. This guy thinks we're putting on a show.
Yeah, he thinks we're just actors, like Tom said, putting on a show for the park to entertain the guests.
Never mind the fact that the giant robot of death is firing live ammunition.
Well, bullet bills, so literally live ammunition.
Thank you, I was literally about to make that joke. Well, it's looking a bit more rickety in-game, but then again, you go from a pre-rendered cutscene to in-game graphics. I suppose you'll end up like that. So how do we defeat this monstrosity of a bot, mate?
Well, while going around the track on the roller coaster here, there's some bottle rockets, I guess. They're fired with water, so I guess they're bottle rockets. You just fire them with FLUDD and hit him, and I think it's 4 hits to take him out?
Sorry, just the robot without his middle kind of makes me laugh. His piddly little legs.
Yeah, it takes 4 hits to take him out, and you get 3 laps to do it, and if you don't do it in that time, then you lose a life, which is kind of strange, really.
Can you douse the fire when you're going past so it won't hurt you?
Yes, but actually I finished him so quickly there that his head actually falls down enough so that the fire won't hit you when you're going by.
Oh, so it's going underneath the track so it won't touch you.
Yeah, if you actually take him out that quickly. If you don't have him done by then you have to spray the fire to not get hurt.
Oh boy, strap in folks, because it's about to get dungarees on head retarded. Excuse me, I'm just going to load these bullets that I've been saving for no particular reason into my gun, which I've also been saving for no particular reason. Bang! And the game is gone. Really, Nintendo? Really? What were you even fucking thinking with this? Did you want to be big boys? Make a movie-like game? This is just retarded.
Yeah, I agree. I can't even call this a plot twist. It's out of nowhere. There was no lead up to this at all. We just had Shadow Mario. And then suddenly it's, oh, Bowser Jr.
Yeah, Bowser Jr. doesn't factor into the game apart from the final boss, by the way, from this point onwards. He goes back to being Shadow Mario. And also, why would EGAD give a magic paintbrush that can distort reality to, let's just assume he was in his Shadow Mario form at the time, a blue translucent Mario with glowing demon red eyes?
Well, we've seen from the Islanders that they can't exactly tell the difference between the two, Tom, so I'm guessing EGAD, having bad eyesight himself, would have trouble telling them apart.
I guess. I just thought the guy who created the Poltergust 3000 would have, better common sense.
Common sense doesn't exist, Tom. You should know this by now.
Was that a slight on me? There's a guy... Look at that fucking thing. It's the goddamn stupid mobile.
I don't even know what that balloon's supposed to look like. Is it supposed to be Bowser themed?
I guess. He always had a thing for the clowns.
That little awkward bit of gameplay there is just... It's like the game has to transition from the pre-rendered cutscene back to the gameplay. So there's just this tiny moment where Mario's just standing there, and you can clearly see the shine sprite, but I don't think you can move during that.
Oh, game, your look at your water and gameplay to an extent is wonderful, because, goddamn, you can't write a story worth shit, really.
The boss fights aren't anything to write home about either.
Yeah, bit of a waste of a postcard in that regard.
I find it strange that the only transport to Pinna Island or Pinna Park is this cannon, though. There's no ships that go out there, there's no puddle jumper plane that goes out there, it's just, oh, you've got to jump in the cannon. There must be some crazy-ass insurance policy on that.
Yeah, you notice it was shooting you well to the left of the island?
Well, it's because you land over here on the beach, so...
Even the beach would be a bit off if it was firing in that direction, but I'm being pedantic now, which is really unlike me, so what do we have to do in this episode?
For this mission, we've got to do a floodless level, but first we have to take out this little Monty Mole here, controlling the cannon.
Oh, I remember this guy. Yeah, he's got a bit of a grudge against Mario, just wanted to chuck bob-ombs in his face for some reason, but the cool thing here is you can spray the bob-ombs to make them docile, and then chuck them back in his face. So yeah, how'd you like that, you shitty mole?
Yeah, I really like the redesign of the bomb-ombs here. They kind of get a really clockwork appearance.
Yeah, with a little counter on the face and whatnot. It's postmodern.
Postmodern re-Mario?
Don't even, mate.
Now, as far as the cannon goes, though, if you're on the other side of the beach, rather than throwing the bomb-ombs, which would obviously not reach Mario on the other side, he fires bullet bills instead. And he could fire some homing ones. If you see a purple bullet bill, it'll follow Mario all over the beach. It'll chase him to the ends of the earth, basically.
Yeah.
But then there's the regular black bullet bills, which just fly straight, and they don't home in or anything. Don't know, Nintendo. Maybe some racism?
Yes, bullet bill racism. Good job, Spart. Now, can we expect any kind of difficulty spike for this level?
No difficulty spike at all. In fact, quite the opposite. This is the easiest floodless mission in the entire game.
Oh, Jesus. And it's Mario with the motherfucking worm. I can't believe I called that the caterpillar way back when in my Luigi's Mansion playthrough.
The caterpillar, Tom?
My greatest shame. Go on, get the one up my son, get it. What? No! Come back here, life!
I like how I miss it. It's like, I wanted to go for it, and then I didn't care.
You had plenty of time, mate. Ugh, whatever. Last minute comments, Yoshi's Island aesthetics in the background, Yoshi egg blocks, will they foreshadow anything? Probably.
Well, we all know Sunshine's not real great in their storytelling.
Yeah, and the pacing. Graphically nice, gameplay divisive, story no.
The graphics are the best part of Sunshine, in my opinion. Dated as they may be, it's still a beautiful game, as we've said many times.
Now, what's going on in the boats, mate? Just going around the island?
Well, after you finish Gelato Beach, I think, or maybe just getting a certain number of shines, the boats will start going around Delfino Plaza, and they'll carry Mario to different places around the main hub there.
Yeah.
They can take him out to that little island, which is nothing there but a blue coin.
Right.
It'll also take you out to one of the other islands on the other side near Gelato Beach, where there's a secret level that has a shine sprite in it, and is one of the toughest shine sprites in the entire game.
Ah, that was like two different, points of the Tom enjoyment spectrum. Ooh, and ah. And also, if you happen to spot a yellow bird on your travels, shoot it with water, send a plume of aqua stuff up its bum, and you'll be rewarded with a shine sprite.
Aqua stuff?
I'm sorry, okay, I couldn't think of another synonym for water. Anyway, what does this mission entail, mate? But I happen to know that you dislike this one.
Yeah, this is my least favorite mission in the entire game. You could see me having some trouble getting that red coin there. The pirate ships, as much as I love pirates in general, especially the movies, they are the worst part of this mission. They're just so tough to deal with, because what happens is they'll rock back and forth 3 times, and then after that, they'll go up and all the way around, and if you're standing on the ship, you fall off.
Oh, gravity, you are a cruel mistress.
If you're standing on the metal grating on top and try to hover to the ships while they're going around, you just fall right through them as if they're not even there.
Yeah, I've had that problem once or twice, actually.
Now, aside from the ships, all the red coins are really pretty easy to get. The only real obstacle is the electric Koopas here that we took care of.
Yeah, which you can head bounce off the grated platform, so it's all cool.
Yeah, you just have to be on the opposite side of the grating. If you're under them, press A to kick up. If you're on a vertical grating, you press B to kind of punch it, and that kills them that way.
And as we mentioned in an earlier part, this goes back to Super Mario World.
I don't actually recall that.
Well, this is why I edit the playthroughs and you just talk over them, mate. Wow, a quarter century's worth of shines.
We're getting through this pretty quickly, eh, Tom?
Yes, you could stand to slow down a bit, maybe. At this rate, we're going to be done by, what, part 13 or so?
That's what I was planning, yes.
Well, we'll be done by the end of January, so we can start a new one in February.
You may have been able to hear in the background there the toad voices when I hit them with the water. You heard Toadsworth and a couple of the just little toads. If you spray Toadsworth, he actually says, and I quote, "Yada blah 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 blah."
Is that some kind of Final Fantasy-esque summon?
They just had the guy record some random line for him to say when he got sprayed, and that was it.
His first appearance in the Mario franchise, and he gets to sound like an old senile fool. Brilliant. So, what does this... Oh, Jesus. What does this mission entail?
Well, this mission entails these, giant, crazy-ass nightmare Yoshi dinosaur things. They've kind of dug into the ground here, and I think they're, messing with the roots for the sunflowers. So when you get rid of the, nightmare Yoshis, or dinosaurs, the sunflowers come back to life, and they'll spawn coins and happy thoughts.
That's about it, really. Now, am I hearing things, or did the flowers say, "Oh, I'm loving it"?
There's a lot of theories on what the flowers say, Tom. I believe one of the most common is from Chugga Conroy, who thinks they say, "Oh, I'd love a dick."
Ha.
And that's about the proper response.
Yeah, no. We probably won't be coming back to this area again, unless there's some secret shine that I've forgotten about. So I would like to point out that Pinna Park actually has 2 pieces of music. It has this little piece, which is very nice, calm, and then you have the rather honky-tonk one in the park proper, which is pretty cool, and lends itself to the whole theme park aesthetic.
Yeah, it's pretty nice that they made 2 different pieces of music. Not a lot of game companies would do that. Music is another place where Sunshine is really great. The soundtrack for this game is pretty amazing.
They're not all great, but they're at least thematically appropriate, or situationally appropriate.
Best piece, in my opinion, is still the acapella Mario theme during the FLUDD levels.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I love listening to that.
Oh, I can't unhear it now.
That's how it works, Tom.
Why didn't you go with the speedrun strat of luring all these Demon Yoshis together, or I guess Koopa hybrids, and then clipping through them all and butt-stomping them at the same time?
Because that requires skill, Tom, and I don't have that.
What's the matter? Did you buy some skill from the skills store?
I don't happen to know where that particular store is, Tom.
That's one of the prerequisites of being able to purchase from the skill shop, I'm afraid.
Well, we've picked up our sunshine, rescued all the sunflowers, and I think that's about it for this part. We'll see you later when we finish up Pinna Park and head to the next area.
What he said. Bye!